Hi and welcome back. I was kind of in the mood to make another video and I figured what kind of video should I make, and I was like, let's make a video of which games that I have been playing. And I have been playing a lot more games than this here and there, and I've also been playing a lot on the Super Nintendo. I actually started Earthbound. I'm now at the second sort of town where you have to find Paula. And the game's pretty good. I like it, especially the music. It's really cool. And I've been playing Terra Enigma on the Super Nintendo. As you have known or not know, I actually don't know if I made a video about it, but I was pretty far last year. And then I deleted, by accident, I deleted my 15-hour save file, so I had to do everything over again. And I'm almost at the point where I was back then. And that's kind of it. That's kind of it, to be honest. And I've been playing 8-bit armies. They are billions. I just started Persona 5 Strikers, and I actually really like it. But I have found out something about myself in terms of RPGs. Not saying that I don't like sort of a modern era Persona-ish type of gameplay or style, but it gets boring a lot faster than fantasy like Ys or Final Fantasy. And I think that's why I never really can get into Persona. I'm always 50 hours into the game, 60 hours into the game, and then it gets boring. It doesn't matter how incredibly good the storylines, characters, battle system is, it just gets boring. And I honestly think that's because it's a modern day setting and I am just way more into the fantasy, Final Fantasy, Tales of, etc. So, and with that being said, I have been playing Nier Replicant a lot, got the game on Black Friday or whatever. I'm 25 hours into the game. It's a fun game. But you do have to do a lot of backtracking, a lot of traveling, and I'm having a little bit of a pause with this game. But is it as good as Nier Automata? No, it's not, but it's pretty good. I like it. I finally picked up Dark Souls Remastered. I always sort of wanted to play Dark Souls again. I picked it up. I'm 15 hours into the game, and it's pretty hard. It's pretty difficult. I'm now at Blighttown. And yeah, I remember Blighttown. Holy shit. The game that I've been playing the most on PS4 recently, even more than Nier Replicant, is Warriors Orochi's 4 Ultimate. A couple of weeks ago, I saw a video about sort of the history of Dynasty Warriors. And it sort of got me excited to play a warrior game again, because it's been a very long time. Yes, I have played the Fire Emblem Warrior and the Zelda one, Hyrule Warrior, and those are great games, but I haven't really played a Dynasty Warrior, Samurai Warriors, or Warriors Orochi game for a very long time. And I kind of did my research and thought this is probably the best one. I picked it up and I'm having a blast with this game. So much fun, so much fun. I cannot wait for a proper warrior game on the current gen systems. I hope they can finally push out hundreds and hundreds of enemies on screen, and that will be pretty good. I have also been playing on Xbox. Yes, I have. I have been playing Halo 2. I am at the point where sort of the brain of the Flood, he sends Master Chief on the errand, and he sets the Arbiter on the errand. And I did the Master Chief section. That was pretty cool in that really giant sort of space city. That was really, really cool. And now I'm playing with the Arbiter, but that's kind of the point where I stopped. Not because there's anything wrong with the game. I just feel it gets, it's a little bit too long. I don't like shooters in general. I like more Unreal Tournament type of shooters. I don't know, for me it feels this game drags on a little bit too long, but the game is really good. The game is really good. I love the storyline. Its graphics are of course outdated, but still, I mean, come on, I like old school graphics, and the music is really cool. And it is really interesting, sort of the Covenant against the, Earth. I've been playing a ton of PlayStation 2 games. I mean, a ton of PlayStation 2 games. I'm playing Grimm's Materials. I'm about 10 hours into the game, and I'm really liking it. This is more like a roguelike dungeon and hack and slasher, and it's really, really cool. I'm replaying Champions of Lorad. I remember that my dad got me the game because you could play this game with 4 players, and we were massive fans of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. I only played this game once, and I remember it very fondly. It's a great game, but do you know what I remember also? It's very, very buggy, and the game actually crashes a lot of times compared to other games. This is just always in my mind, like this game crashed quite a bit. Maybe because it's a CD that's worn out. I honestly don't know. It's worn out, but even then, I remember it pretty buggy, crashing, music stopping, etc., etc. But a ton of fun, and I'm playing it. I'm playing, by the way, all the PS2 games. I'm playing on the PS3 60GB model, and it looks pretty good. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm playing a female barbarian. I'm level 16, I think, and I'm going to chapter 3. So I am in the vampire castle. That's where I am right now. The game that I have played all day, as I mentioned, Unreal Tournament type of shooters, and Quake 3 Arena. I remember this game on the PC. My dad bought a PC, he bought Quake 3, and holy shit. I have spent so much time playing Quake 3 Online Arena is called Revolution here. It's kind of weird. I thought it was just Quake 3 Arena. But Quake 3 is such a fantastic game. So many childhood memories. And honestly, I've played Quake 3 a couple of other times. And every time I play this game, just like with Diablo and Diablo 2, it's just as good as I remember it. I don't care. Even on PS2, the game's actually pretty fluid. It runs at 60 frames. It looks actually pretty good. I was kind of surprised, like, hey, this is actually a really good game. A really good port, but the PC versions of Unreal Tournament and Quake 3 Arena are just, wow. It was a time where PC gaming was definitely on top. For me personally. The game that I have been playing also a couple of months ago and completely beat it was Castlevania Curse of Darkness. Now I've played Castlevania Lament of Innocence, called just Castlevania here in Europe, and I wanted to sort of replay Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I remember that I started playing this years and years ago, never beat it. I finally did, and it's a fantastic game. I really enjoyed it. And I would actually be very happy if they would sort of try to make another 3D Castlevania game. Not the ones on the PS3 that was like more like God of War. They were not bad, but this is more like Symphony of the Night, but then 3D. The dungeons are way too long. It does get repetitive, but the music is phenomenal. And also another game that I have been playing here and there. I haven't really sort of grabbed my teeth into it, but here and there I'm playing like an hour here, an hour there. The box art is really weird, but Mana Khemia, The Alchemist of El Revis. This is sort of one of the hidden RPG gems on the PlayStation 2. I think it's also called one of the Holy Grails on PS2 because this game is getting pretty rare, pretty expensive. And I actually paid the price for, so to speak, but the battle system is pretty good, and the music is what I expect from an Atelier game, to be completely honest. And even though it's Mana Khemia, it's from the same developer, but it's kind of the same style. The art style is incredible. The battle system is a lot of fun. So I really had I have to really make time to really get into Mana Khemia. The game that I have been playing mostly of the week, I started this game last Sunday. I was just trying to check it out, and all of a sudden I was completely hooked on this game, and I beat it this Friday. Another classical shooter Red Faction. I never beat Red Faction. I do remember playing the multiplayer with my brother, and we were always trying to sort of make mining shafts because you could sort of break the environment, sort of. But at the time, it was groundbreaking. At the time, it was like, whoa, you can destroy parts of the environment. Holy shit, that is so cool. And I played Red Faction, and it's pretty good. I liked it. I mean, I beat it. I completely beat it. I have no idea how much time it took me. But I do have to mention, though, that I read that this game is actually pretty hard. There is a section at the end where the enemies have sort of real guns and they literally one-hit kill you. And they're like a bunch of them. So you have to move around. And even when you're moving around, there's always a chance that you get hit and you die. And on a Sunday, I started the game and I was playing and playing and playing. I think I was about an hour or two into the game, and I died. And then it goes back to the main menu, and I was like, okay, let's do load game. And there was no load game. I'm like, oh yeah, there was a time where you most of the time don't have autosave, almost never. So I was like, shit. But I liked the game so much that I still sort of went back, replayed everything, and I did play it on easy. That's kind of what I want to say. I played on easy. I'm an easy boy. And to be honest, I don't really care that much anymore. You know, my brother always plays games on easy, and I was always sort of teasing him with it. Like, oh, you're a noob, you're playing on easy. But nowadays, especially because there are so many games, I don't really care. Most RPGs like Tales of Arise, I did play on normal. Was there a normal mode? I think there was. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Tales of Arise, of course, is also a game that I have played, and beaten. But for certain games like shooters, etc., playing on easy mode, I don't really give a flying shit. But those are a bunch of games that I have been playing recently. I have been, again, just like last year, been getting more into retro gaming, even though sometimes when I sort of play on PS2 like a whole day and I stop playing, I kind of feel sort of guilty, like I still have so many PS4 games, so many, why are you not playing those? And at the same time, my mind is saying, hey, maybe it's time to get a PS5. Hey, did you know that so Horizon Forbidden West is going to come out next month? Hey, did you know that Elden Ring is going to run at 60 frames on PS5? Maybe it's time to get a PS5. I'm trying to resist it as much as I can. But, as I said last year, I am really getting more into retro gaming. I'm playing a lot more on the Super Nintendo. Chrono Trigger and Suikoden 2 were definitely my game of the year that I played last year. In terms of, how good the games were. Suikoden 2 is number 1. Chrono Trigger is number 2. I really enjoyed these two games. And under that is actually Grandia. I played and beaten Grandia last year. And that game was just phenomenal. So I am definitely not done with either collecting and playing on the retro systems. But as I said, my mind is slowly telling me, hey, maybe you should try and get a PS5. Leave it in the comments below, which games did you play these last couple of weeks or months or days or hours? Like, share, comment, subscribe. And like always, you're going to see me next time.